Today, I'm excited to share a very powerful keynote from our recent Limitless Live. This is our annual event where some of the world's top thinkers take the stage to help you upgrade your mindset, expand your skill set, and live more of a limitless life. And today's speaker is someone who has been at the forefront of entrepreneurship, investing, and innovation for over 20 years. My friend John Lee is an internationally renowned entrepreneur, investor, and mentor who became a self-made millionaire at the age of 27 and has since built multiple seven-figure businesses across real estate and technology. In this talk, John breaks down something that people ask a lot about: how to use AI as a tool for acceleration, not something to be feared. Why the future belongs to people who combine AI with what we teach, HI, human intelligence, and how to amplify your message, monetize your expertise, and become irreplaceable in an AI-driven world. This is one of those talks that can completely shift how you see the future of work and your place in it. I hope you enjoy.
Wow. So, raise your hand if you're excited. And raise your hand if you are ready. Turn the person next to you and say, I'm ready. You guys online, you guys ready as well? Yes. All right. So, I am so excited. Ask me why. We're living in unprecedented times where every single one of you can click a button and do something magical. And this is why, if I look at where the world is right now, we're kind of living in this world of, over here we had this industrial age, and then we've kind of come to the information age, and now we are living in the creator age. Say this with me, creator. If I was to give you a book, like this little pen, or this little magic wand, any Harry Potter fans in here? Expelliarmus is the spell, right? But imagine if I could just wave a magic wand and anything can happen. Raise your hand if you like that, do that. Say yes. This is what I'm about to give to you. And I want to shift that paradigm of how you think. Because we talk about having a limitless brain, but when we pair it with this, it's unlimited. And that's where we can, there's a saying that says, if you reach for the stars, something is for sure, you won't come up with a handful of mud. And this is why I'm so excited to share these strategies with you. So as we come to this creator age, we need to know what to create. Now, when people say to me, John, is AI going to take our jobs? Well, the answer is yes and no. It's not that AI will take your jobs. It's the people that know how to apply, not use, apply. Let me give an example. Raise your hand if you use ChatGPT. Raise it nice and high. Keep your hands raised if you use ChatGPT to reply to all your emails. Half the hands go down. Now, what do I mean by this? One is using, and very few people apply and integrate. And even more few people monetize it. Now, why is monetizing important? To be limitless means we need to have impact. And if we have a powerful message to share, we need to get paid to deliver that message so we can continue to deliver that message. Does that make sense? Say yes. So everything is energy, everything's quantum. Right? When we act in a certain way, when we apply in a certain way, things happen. So I want to give you, and Jim said, can we give something tactical? Like, are there things that people can do right here, right now? And it's interesting because I was backstage and I was like, I hear Jim doing the speed reading thing. I was just sat there like going through that whole exercise. I'm like, maybe I should just code an app for this before I go on stage. By the way, that's possible. Right? I'm going to show you a technique that we use. In fact, with all these things that you need to know about AI, there's only 5 things you need to know. How many things? 5. Number 1, write this down. We have to be able to talk to it in a certain way. You see, we learn a lot of things, and it's great that we're learning fast. And what's more equally important is to execute. What's the word? Execute. We need to execute it in a way that allows us to get a specific result. Now, when we talk to AI, it's kind of like, write me an email. About what? You got to give it some context. This is known as prompt engineering. Most of you know this. But what's really powerful about AI is understanding how do we prompt stack. This is how you get the results that you want. And I'm going to show you some live examples of this. So the first thing is, how do we talk to it? The second thing is, we've got to look at the tasks that it produces. For example, you see this thing I'm wearing here? Believe it or not, this is actually called a Limitless pendant. It's actually cool. I said to Jim, I said, bro, you never guess what? There's this thing called a Limitless pendant. And what this allows you to do is clone your brain. Is that pretty powerful, by the way? I'll give an example. Let me see if I can call myself. So I do a lot of these keynotes, it records it, and I talk to myself.
Hey there, I'm John Lee's AI. How can I help you today?
Hey, John Lee's AI. I'm about to launch my new book, Money Unlocked, and I just need some strategies. Can you give me some strategies?
Love it. Let's launch Money Unlocked with momentum. Here's a tight game plan. First, build a waitlist with a simple opt-in page and a short video from you on why this book matters now. Promise early access bonuses and a limited window. Second, pre-sell with a 7-day email countdown. Think daily reminders, social proof.
So now you don't have to talk to anyone anymore. You can literally, like, how many of you have a team of people? Yeah, you have a team, you're in a business, right? Sometimes it's really hard to get hold of the CEO, isn't it? But what happens if we're able to now get to a point where we're now having our team call us, and now we can communicate with our team all the time? What if you could onboard all of your team members in one training really, really fast? Would that be useful, yes or no? Yeah, so now we can leverage to be limitless, because one thing that Jim said on stage this morning is we're limited by time. But now we can time bend and expand through AI. Are you excited? Yeah. Say yeah. Yes. So we got to know what tasks we can replace. The third thing we got to get really close on is what can we vibe code, right? So raise your hand if you're not technical. You're not technical. You don't know how to code. You're not good at C++. You don't know how to do Java. But guess what? We can now talk to it in any way. Anything that you want right now that's missing. We have something called an MCP, Model Context Protocol. And what that allows you to do is basically 2 digital keys that intertwine to anything. So that means you've got your Gmail now, you've got your WhatsApp, you've got your text. Everything that you use right now can basically plug any AI into it, which means it can do the execution for you. That means you become more limitless because you have more time, you have more exposure, you have more execution. So we have to know what to vibe, right? It's funny because where's Perline, my executive assistant? So this is Perline. Say, hi, Perline. So she always says to me, John, we have 45 minutes of pocket of time, right? And so when we're at airport lounges, we fly a lot. We do about 200 keynotes a year, right? So it's a lot. So we're always flying. So like most of the apps that we code are actually coded inside a taxi ride, or it's coded inside a lounge. It's insane. How many have been to Singapore before? You know, Singapore is always queues, isn't there? So I went to this place called Black Tap because they do these like really nice milkshakes and they've got a cheesecake on top. I know, right? And so I said, how long's the queue? Oh, it's about 45 minutes. So now I love queuing up. Do you know why? Because by the time I get to the front, I've coded an entire app that can sell for $100,000. Pretty cool, yes or no? And you're gonna know exactly how to do this. Are you excited? Say yeah. Right, so we're gonna vibe, right? The fourth one that we're gonna do, we need to create a knowledge base, right? So there's 3 things I want you to do. Number 1, get a Google Drive. Number 2, get a Limitless pendant. And number 3, use Otter, Otter.ai. What does Otter allow you to do? It allows you to record everything word for word, and everything that you just dump it inside of a knowledge base, and all the information can be recalled. How many have a CFO in your company, or like a bookkeeper, right? So imagine right now you've got all of your, you always ask your bookkeeper, how much profit did we make this month? How many sales did we get? You can dump all that information into that folder, put one of these onto your CFO, record the conversations for the next 30 days, and now your CFO is now become an AI. We call these ghost personas. Every time you have an AI, you need to insert a ghost persona, right? So we have to know how we create that knowledge base. And then the last one we need to do is we need to be able to chain it together, right? Chain it together. So one of the things that we do is we put a lot of content on social media, right? Why? Because it's impacting distribution. So for example, I might speak to my assistant. So I have an assistant, her name is Nova, and Nova stands for Next Generation Optimized Virtual Assistant, right? Let me see if the internet works. Hey Nova, I'm speaking at the Limitless live event. I'm talking about why it's important for people to have someone like you. Can you just tell people exactly what you do for me and who you are and just introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So picture this. You're up on that stage at Limitless Live, and you want the crowd to know exactly who I am in a nutshell. Just tell them, hey folks, meet Nova. Nova's basically my digital twin, John the in AI form. What does that mean? Well, Nova's the one who helps mastermind all my social media, the heavy lifting behind the scenes, and basically thinks like I do. If you're serious about leveling up, Nova's here to help you do it. It's like having me in your pocket, just in AI form, ready to bring the energy and the game plan.
So Nova, what I want you to do, I want you to go to ChatGPT, go into my copywriting knowledge base, write me 3 hooks for a video, post it on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, monitor all the things that do really well, create the best performing post, turn it as an ad, then go to salesfunnels.io, create a landing page, and when people opt in, write 10 different emails that go out in the PS, put a link to capture someone's details, and then when people click optimize for low conversion, for cheap cost per lead, and then upsell, one-click upsell. Bang. Does the whole thing for you. You guys want to know how to do that? Say yeah. All right. That's how we chain it together, right? Everything can be voice activated through knowledge base. That's why from now on, record everything that you do. Now, are you ready to get into some of the nitty gritty? Say yes. All right, so how long do I have left? Oh God, I'm running out of time. Okay, so everything we do, we need to focus on a couple of things, right? Now, what types of AI should we use? Again, it falls into 5 categories. Anything that is written, in fact, I'm gonna use this code here. It's called W.A.V.I.T. It's called W.A.V.I.T. Remember that? W.A.V.I.T. Say it with me. Right? Think of, how many of you have seen the film It? You know, the clown? Right? And think of it listening to a WAV file. Right? So that you'll always remember it, WAV-IT. Think of, you know, the clown, it's quite scary. Right? And then it's listening to a WAV file. So what does WAV-IT stand for? Written, audio, video, imagery, and team. Okay? So let's go to the first one, written. When we look at written, what type of things should we be using? For example, anytime you write an email, stop replying to emails, right? Just use Fixer, Fyxer.ai. Link that to your Gmail, and anytime someone sends you an email, it will draft a reply, look at your drafts folder, and just approve, and it'll send it. You can even give it a criteria, so you never have to reply to emails ever again. How many of you get a lot of emails? Okay, it's gonna save you at least an hour a day, okay? Second, video scripts. How many of you create content? How many of you create content in social media? Great. So, trying to figure out what converts and what doesn't convert is quite tricky, isn't it? What if I could told you every time you can go viral, or every time you can get thousands of millions of views to get your message out to the world, so then you can impact more people? Will that be useful, yes or no? Yeah. GenSpark's really good for that, and I'll demo that in a second. GenSpark, GenSpark.ai, GenSpark.ai. You guys online? You guys following? Give me a wave. Online? Fizz, David, awesome. Cheers, Sammy. Okay, articles. One of the things you want to start doing right now, I work very closely with like Meta and a lot of the sort of insider social media. So they tell me what algorithms are pushing, right? So you need to start using ChatGPT with your voice embedded into your writing, and then it can now write articles for you, right? Can you imagine now you create an automation that says, every day, research the internet on my specific profile of longevity, write a report and post it on LinkedIn automatically. It'll do the research, it'll write it in your voice, and it'll post it. So now you don't have to do the work. See, now it's not about doing the work. It's not even about intelligence anymore. It's about creative intelligence, critical thinking. This is why you need a super brain. That's why you need someone like Jim to make you think in a different way. It's incredible. Right? So we've got to write our articles. Things like presentations as well. How many of you do presentations? Oh, you're going to love this one. What if I told you you could prepare your presentation a minute before you go on stage? Will that be useful? Say yes. All right. So let me show you some ways to do this. All right? So, let me show you. Okay. So, if I show you something like Gamma, right? You want to do a presentation, you basically come here, click generate, and then, by the way, never type anymore, just talk to it. Create a longevity report based on all the best biohacks. right? And then it will give you an outline, and AI will create the outline for you. And it will basically do all the research, do all the writing. Yeah, of course, you can change all of this stuff as well, okay? So now what I do is it's got all of this stuff here. I just click one of these, and then I click generate. And AI will now create an entire report for me, which would have saved me hours in prep time. So now we just create unlocking longevity, the best biohacks, healthier life, writes that are all out for you. Now you've got something that you can now have a presentation or you can give away for free. Is this pretty powerful, by the way? Yes or no? Yes, right? So now we can do a lot of content that's been created for us, you see? Then what we do, we want to use GenSpark. Right, so what is GenSpark? So basically what you do is you can find any YouTube video, so go to YouTube. If I type in Jim Kwik, Jim Kwik, there we go. So let's say I take Jim's video, like this one here. So if I want to recreate this video, I just copy it, go back to GenSpark, and I use something called a super agent. Watch this, paste, analyze this video, give me 3 hooks from the video, break the points down into bullet points so I can recreate it. Right? And now it's going to analyze the video, watch it, break it down. Now I have a script. So I know. How many of you, when you create content, you don't know what to say? Now you do. Powerful, yes or no? Right? You save a lot of time doing that. And that will break down the whole thing, give you the hooks, and give you all the different points. Now the good thing about this is the key to limitless growth is actually using repurposing. So I can take one of Jim's videos, I can get his book, I can repurpose it, put it online, get millions of views, sell Jim's book, and then take a percentage. He won't mind. He wants more people he wants to change more lives. That's how you become more limitless, right? So anyway, it's doing all of that. It will take some time to do that. Wow, my time's running out really quick. All right, let's go next. What else do we got? Okay, next thing we got audio, right? So what type of audio want to recreate? First of all, podcasts. Podcasts can be created in one click. I just did one backstage with Jim, right? But not with Jim, with the AI Jim. He doesn't know this yet. Right? Music's super important. How many creators and musicians do we have in the room? Okay, I know Chris was playing the guitar yesterday, and I was telling him some of this stuff, right? Voice AI. Never type into AI anymore, right? Use WhisperFlow. WhisperFlow allows you to talk to it, so you don't have to spend so much time typing. You save another hour a day by not typing. Because AI needs contextual information in order for it to do well, okay? Mics. I'll show you a really good thing about mics in just a moment, and then WhisperFlow. So, I decided to write a song, right? I can't really sing, right? Don't really know how to write music, but I wanted to write music that would uplift people. So I used Suno and created this. I wanted motivational music to lift people up. So I wrote this song using AI.
Morning sun is creeping in. Dreams are where we all begin. Dust yourself and wear a grin. It's time to let the day begin. Lift your head and stand up straight. Life's adventure.
What do you think? Right? Yeah, so here's the thing. That's how you use AI, but how do you monetize it? One of my clients took one of these, and he basically went to Facebook and said, if you're getting married or having an anniversary, don't buy your wife flowers, write them a song. And so he uses this to get the information from the couple, writes a song, and sells it back to them for $200. That's how you don't use AI, you monetize it. And we can do this within our business. And then there was another lady called Zana Manet. She wanted to be an artist, didn't know how to do this, used the power of AI. She got 6.4 million views, and her song sounds like this. It's an incredible song, by the way. It's all AI. But she went through a lot of relationships that were not great, so she wanted to write music on it. Listen to this.
He didn't walk me down no stairs. Didn't warn me about them boys who wouldn't care.
Pretty cool, right? Now, also, again, so the new trend that's coming out for social media is what we call faceless AI, right? So you don't have to show your face on social media anymore. This one got 6.2 million views, 182,000 subscribers, and she got a record deal for $3 million. It's all AI. Pretty powerful, say yes. The AI for that is called Suno.ai, so now you can all become artists, right? And then I decided to, so I took a video of Jim yesterday, right? And sometimes we put these videos up, but we're not sure. So for example, this is a video of Jim yesterday on stage, and this is what I filmed, right? Check this out.
There are no miracles, or you walk out that everything is miracle.
But watch this, I'm gonna give him a professional mic using AI. Listen to this.
Right, it's just your perception. And when something's going on in your life, you have two choices. You
Right?
either change the
You see how cool that is? Look,
outside, you change the inside.
like so loud, right?
Right, it's just your perception. And when something's going on in your life, you have two choices. You either change the outside, or
So now you don't even need a mic anymore. So is this pretty powerful? Say yes. Right? So there's all these things that you can do. Right? Video, let's check the video out. I've got 5 minutes left. You guys enjoying this, yes? All right, this is how you implement it. So with video, you've got cloning. If you don't want to create content, sometimes I get up, I've gone off a long flight. I just flew from Bali to be here. Right? Yeah, so it's like a 30-hour flight. Thank you. So, when I got eye bags, I don't want to create content sometimes. I'll say to my executive assistant, I say, look, just create a video for me, use the script and post it. Right? So I don't have to create content if I don't want to. We can use AI ads, and I'll show you some examples. UGC is the new thing. User-generated content. All of you have businesses. You want to get a message to the world. You can use something like captions, put a URL, and AI will create an ad for you. I'll show you some examples in a moment. And then the big ones now, Sora VO 3.1 are the future. All of you in the US now get access to Sora 2. Sora 2 has now become its own social media platform. How many of you, when you watch content on social media, you don't know if it's real or if it's fake? Show of hands. Okay, so now they just said, let's just get rid of that. Let's just make a platform that's just all AI. Pretty cool, yes or no? Yeah? Now check this out.
That businesses face is no leads, no sales, no revenue, no business. It's as simple as that. In fact, when you learn how to leverage content, you then know how to create avatars. In fact, I'm not even real. This is an AI version of John, and it looks pretty realistic.
It looks quite real, doesn't it? Right, so I have a new book coming, so I just got a book deal with Penguin and Hay House, right? Thank you. So now, I just had a call in the green room with Hay House, and it's like, what marketing strategies do you have? And I said, we got some UGC stuff, check this out.
I finally opened Money Unlocked. Practical, mindset-driven strategies to stop trading time for money and start building real, lasting wealth. This book changed my plan.
So this is it's all AI. So you can use something called user-generated content, put any URL, and it'll produce an ad for you. Is that pretty powerful? Yes, that's all AI, right? Check this out.
All right, object replacement, turn this into a cup of coffee. Also make the background into a New York penthouse overlooking Central Park. Okay, now make my shirt red. And also the light's too bright, make it nighttime.
Is that pretty insane? Right? So now we can create any content anywhere with no restriction. Give yourself a massive round of applause. And so in the green room, I was having a conversation with the whole Hay House marketing team. They're like, so what foreign rights do we have? Can we get this out to different countries? Like, can you speak any different languages? I said, yeah. Check this out.
The skills you can learn is the power of artificial intelligence, learning that how to put into businesses and learning how to monetize it. Fähigkeiten, die Sie lernen können, ist die Macht der künstlichen Intelligenz zu lernen, wie man in Unternehmen zu setzen und zu lernen, wie man es zu Geld zu machen、あなたが学ぶことができるスキルは人工知能の力を学ぶことであり、それをビジネスに投入し、収益化する方法を学ぶことである。Habilidades que usted puede aprender es el poder de la inteligencia artificial aprender, que la forma de poner en las empresas y aprender a monetizarlo. 你可以学习的技能是人工智能的力量，学习如何将其投入到企业中，并学习如何将其货币化。Le competenze che si possono apprendere sono il potere dell'intelligenza artificiale e l'apprendimento di come inserirla nelle aziende e come monetizzarla.
So yeah, I can kind of speak some languages, right? But the key to this, we can take a product that works, translate it into different language, and impact many people, right? That's what it's about. It's not about making money, it's about making impact. Would you agree, yes or no? And that's what we have to do, and we have the power to do that now. We have the magic wand. You are now unlimited and you are limitless, right? Check this out. This is a big fast food. They just decided to create an ad. Check this out.
It's the most terrible time of the year. All the shops turn to mayhem. Even Santa knows space, and the tree redecorated your place. It's the most terrible time of the year. The roast burned to charcoal, and the cookies burned too. Freaking chaos, it feels like a zoo. It's the most terrible time of the year. So you bleed from the madness, the lights and the cheer, and hide out in McDonald's till January's here.
All AI. You can sit in your bedroom for like half a day and produce something like that, and then sell it back to a company for $100,000. This is the power that we all have right now. And that, so I took a video of Jim yesterday, right? Check this out.
Miracles, or you can walk lives that everything is paranormal, right? It's your perception. And when something's going on in your life, you have two choices. You either change the outside or you change the inside.
Is that pretty powerful? Right, so you can do a lot of stuff like this. And the last one, imaging. I'm running out of time here. I've got 7 seconds left. Higgs field, Nano Banana, Midjourney, Gemini. Use these 4. They're the most powerful for image creation. Check this out. Make John Lee go, but I'm running out of time. Actually, come and see me later. I'll be around later and I'll tell you what it is, right? So check this out. Make John Lee hold a teddy. It's all AI, right? Let's say I don't like this picture. Make John Lee wear the shirt. See how powerful that is? And if I want, I want to put myself in a Superman costume. But the whole point of this is to use AI to be able to use ghost personas, AI team, Nova. I don't even have time to go through this stuff. Literally, I'm going to be around all day today. If you have any questions, come and see me. This is my manager, Nikki. Say hi, Nikki. Hi. Come and speak to her, and we can give you some of this because I see Richard standing there, so I don't want to take more time. But here's the thing. Here's another thing as well, really quick. Vibe coding. You want to use base 44, right, to do all your automations, right? So, for example, here's what the automation looks like. Basically, go to, the AI I was talking about, create the content, create the data, and then post it on social media. That's what the AI automation looks like. So that when I use N8N for automation, and then I also use base 44 to code that app. So if you want to do that, you got to use W.A.V.I.T. Is this useful, by the way? Yes? By the way, quick question. How many of you would love to learn a lot more on this in detail to do it for your business? Show of hands. I'm going to speak to Jim backstage. I'm going to see if I can work something out for you guys. Would that be cool? Yes? And by the way, if anyone wants to learn how to unlock money, search Unlock Money Online by John Lee. My name is John Lee. Thank you so much. Have an incredible rest of your day. Please give back up for my good friend, Richard Dollar.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're a good man.
Cheers, bro.
Amazing.
There you have it. John just gave you something incredibly practical and honestly, something a lot of people are still scared about. So here's my question for you. What was your biggest takeaway from John's talk, and how are you going to apply artificial intelligence differently this week? I want you to drop the answer in the comments, whether you're watching this on YouTube or post it, maybe take a screenshot of it maybe and post it online, tag John, tag myself, and share your big takeaway. Don't forget to subscribe for more peak mental performance strategies and how to leverage your limitless life. You can join our 2 million or so YouTube subscribers where we put the extended version of our podcast. And if this keynote sparks something in you, if you like hearing directly from speakers and experts like John and learning from some of the world's top leaders in brain performance, productivity, brain optimization, be sure to join our upcoming Limitless Live event in 2026. The focus is going to be how to be limitless with your brain in the workplace. So get your ticket today. You can get it at limitlesslive.com. That's limitlesslive.com. While this event is called Limitless, and it's all about embodying the mindset, methods, and motivation of becoming limitless, the seats are limited. And I'd love to meet you and see you there. So until next time, as always, is your brain coach, Jim Kwik. Be limitless.